from First Bank Stadium in Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee. Week 6 of the college football season, and our EA Sports college football coverage continues with what ought to be a great one. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Vanderbilt Commodores. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you talk about teams who are building for the future, you've got to mention Vanderbilt. Stadium upgrades, a dynamic crowd. First Bank Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee has improved in the last few years. It is the smallest stadium in the SEC, but the Vanderbilt fans are getting louder and more passionate as Clark Lee continues to build a contender in Nashville. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Commodores will kick off first, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Rebels offense will be first on the attack. In this offense, the tight end always seems to be open, and the quarterback always knows where to find him, Jesse.
These two are really special. I think they're going to be up for the individual awards for their respective positions at the end of the year. But, David, when this offense gets going, I really like how early they try to get the tight end.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
And that's not the start they wanted to draw up, man. Like trying to get some breathing room, coming out of your own end zone. Defense more than ready, playing aggressive, breaking on the route, and now setting their offense up inside the 10-yard line and a chance to strike first in this football game.
Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a first and goal? From the red zone, it's Alexander. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they are having none of it.
Pressure coming. He's got his man. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain?
Here's a little room there. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Commodores signal for a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. He got it! And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
The Rebels trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Running inside, it's Alexander. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Carter. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Bringing the heat. Fires downfield. It's caught. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. One man in the backfield and he gets it. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Here's a heat. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Cunningham. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the sack all the way back at the 5. And the Rebels will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The run inside. It's Alexander. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Back to throw, it's Carter. Safe completion on the screen. Plows through the defense. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. And the Commodores with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
Fires left. Makes the grab. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Commodores have this offense rolling. Grab behind the line. It's Sherrill. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Got his man. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Running the red zone, it's Alexander. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Direct snap. It's Lacey. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. Now the play fake. Starts to scramble to the left. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Got a lot of room to the right. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Takes the handoff. It's Lacey. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Dances away. Slings it downfield. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the...
But, and he's got room. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The period, first down here. The option, he'll keep it. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Lacey. There's a crease. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Timeout taken by Vanderbilt. That's their second. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. And the Rebels will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big second down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw it with a little bit more room to work with.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They're going to ride this running back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. way back close to his end zone as he makes the catch. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Those sloppy false start penalties can be drive killers at 2nd and 13. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized.
False start.
Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. And just some general sloppiness from the offense with a false start will back them up 5 at 2nd and long. Catch in the middle, it's Alexander. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Rebels will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Vanderbilt's offense out there looking to start a productive drive. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Got a man. It's Spence. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. With that penalty, the offense is backed up, still 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Carter. Bought a little time, lets it go. Gets it out fast. And the defense drags him down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Finds his back in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside, it's Alexander. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The Commodores look to keep this drive humming. Here comes the option. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They've been running it, but now the pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Commodores send out the punt unit. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Might be calling a hot route. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the Rebels go back to work after moving the chains through the air. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Cook. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Second down, he'll throw it. That's reeled in. It's Cook. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Commodores. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And, man, this defense proving to be so opportunistic. They don't just turn people over. You've already seen them scoop up a fumble, take it back to the house, now an interception, and take it back to the house. They make big plays, and they put that thing in the end zone.
A little surprising that they didn't go for 2. They're still down by a point. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll move the tight end. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Quarterback running on the draw. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. The Rebels want to move quickly.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. And the Rebels come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Looking to throw for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense...
Finding some room. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting blocks and making life easier on the back there. And all of a sudden now, this offense knocking on the door deep down in their opponent's territory.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. To the ground to try to move the chains. Touchdown, Vandy! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line, getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Lacey. Stopped in the backfield as this defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking for a big play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. The short hands, it's Cook. Ole Miss calls its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Gill. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. He wants to take the top off. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin our coverage with Alabama taking on the #1 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Bulldogs on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates. And while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now back to your game in Nashville. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, Coach Lee told me at the half, this home crowd is fueling their running game. Every single time the running back gets the rock, they are going crazy. The ground game has been good, and they're going to continue to ride the momentum of this home crowd.
Appreciate that, Holly. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Carter. Grabbed behind the line. It's Alexander. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
The Commodores getting set on 1st and 10. The running back has it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Gets it to the back. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. And the Commodores line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Delayed handoff. It's Lindsey. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And for a draw play to be successful, it's not just the quarterback that has to sell pass, but also the offensive line. The tackles really letting their defensive ends rush upfield, guards and centers passing their guys off at the last second, and then running down the field trying to get hats on hats in the second level. Beautiful execution.
Here's the handoff. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. He's going to fire to the left. And here's the third interception of the night.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
It's so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the air. It's Carter. Fires to the middle. Balls it in. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Tight end now in motion. They'll give it on the counter. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Trying play action. And wings it incomplete. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. The run inside. It's Alexander. There's some room. No more room to run as this defense rises up on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down from the 22. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. Just drives in between the uprights. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Got 8 on 1st down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Turning it on. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Commodores signal for a timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Using his legs, it's Lacey. Maybe some room here. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
This guy has been hard to bring down on this drive for the defense, and the D's lucky there because it was a DB that saved a touchdown. When he got into the 2nd level, he put the Jets on. There were people in the stadium holding their breath thinking he might break it, but this defense up front, they've got to be able to slow him down a little bit.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback will keep it. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Timeout taken by Vanderbilt. That's their second. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. A quick pass to the left.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Looking to throw, it's Carter. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Commodores will send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Rebels offense is back on the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the...
Makes a grab past the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. Got his man. Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes a grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Rebels!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Caught near the sideline, it's Connor. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sherrill. Oh, he's got some space. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. On the ground, it's Alexander. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Just watching the clock drain away in this one, it's all but in the books. Let's take a look at the top 25, and this game might have an impact on these rankings next week. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Carter. Oh, they're after him. And it's a sack.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And the Commodores will line up to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt teams 6th time tonight. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately. Down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Holly Rowe has an update.
Checking in from the Ole Miss sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Handoff to the single back. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. And the Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Making side adjustments here. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Rebels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. They're setting up the screen. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
And the Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Makes a catch. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Send the tight end in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Sends it back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Carter. The screen. He can go. The Commodores want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Pulls it in. It's Spence. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Gonna look downfield again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sherrill. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Flips it out in the flat. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. Chip got some room, headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown Doors! The Commodores strike back.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a 1-possession game. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Vanderbilt takes his 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Those are the kind of plays in the second half you have to make. This back has had plenty of success. He's gotten a lot of touches. Now, defensively, we got to show him things are about to be different.
Give to the running back. Makes it past the marker. Still running at the 40. Lots of running room. Touchdown, Rebels. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on a 61-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Vanderbilt's offense out there looking to start a productive drive. Dropping back, it's Carter. Unleashes one. Makes the grab, it's Adams. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the 1st as they mark it at the 32. Looking to throw again. Under fire. this defense all over him. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the first. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Rebels. And the beatdown has ensued. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty.
Looking deep. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Back to pass, it's Carter. Makes the catch, it's Adams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Out of the shotgun on third down. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
There he goes. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. They'll ride the hot hand. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. And they didn't need the extra points, but maybe just a chance to stick it to them right here a little bit at the end. when we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.